Hi, welcome to our math. Today I'm doing a series of videos on the composition of functions. Composition of functions is when you put one function in as the input of another function. So g of x becomes the input of f of x, or f of x becomes the input for g of x. If you've watched many videos or if you've done other people's videos, you might start to wonder if f of g of x and g of f of x, if they ever come to terms with each other, if they're ever equal. Do you ever have a situation where the two are the same thing, or are they always vastly different from each other? Because a lot of times when you calculate f of g of x and then g of f of x, you have these two equations, these two things that are just very, very different. So here I have f of x equaling the square root of x plus 7, and g of x equaling x squared minus 7, and we are going to calculate each of them out. So for f of g of x, this is f of g of x, where we put g of x into f of x. So what's going to happen is we are going to replace x with x squared minus 7 plus 7. Because there's nothing happening with the parentheses, there's nothing multiplying, there's no squared, there's nothing happening, this parentheses can fall away, so that I have the square root of x squared minus 7 plus 7. Well, minus 7 plus 7, they're inverse of each other, so they fall away, and I have the square root of x squared, which is the same as x. Technically, it's the absolute value of x, but for now, we'll just leave it as x. Well, maybe I'll put my little absolute value in. It's the absolute value because when you do x squared in the square root, you end up with a positive version of x. All right. So how about g of f of x? So here we have g of f of x, where we are putting f of x into g of x. So we have the square root of x plus 7 squared minus 7. So here these cancel out, x plus 7 minus 7, which leaves us with x, which leaves us with x either way. So there you go. We have a situation where they are indeed the same. I only put the absolute value in there to be kind of punky. But yeah, we have two that came out to be the same thing. So it can happen. They do exist. Yay. There is a reason they exist. And you will learn, if you are in a class and you are learning about composition of functions, there is a reason that you will learn about probably in a unit coming up. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I'll see you in another video. Thanks.